Alright, this is Town Dog. Now back in Flight Simulator this morning. I thought, well, we flew it a little bit yesterday. We'll fly it a little bit again today. I've done flew this route several times. I'm gonna fly it again today. I'm gonna go from here. Uh, I'm still sitting at Ripple Lake, 0M2, and I'm gonna go down to Shoemaker, which I forgot what the number it is now. 210-4, I believe it is. Uh, Let me get my information. I tell you more about it. I forget. I got a thing right there that'll tell me what I want to know. It's on the other screen. You can't really see it. Well, I'll bring it over if I can. I think it'll take it right there. All right, it's a little book I made up over the years. And down here where it says Real Lake right there, 0M2, and here's Shoemaker, Shelby Park Shoemaker, and it's actually off the VOR 11750, which is Memphis, on 25352, which is coming in here was 253 from Dyersburg. It's almost the same radio, but it's out on a different VOR. And we're going to be coming in backwards to it, so it's another story altogether. We come in from the river to try to find that airport. If we don't find it, we just land in Memphis. We should find it, though, pretty easily. It says right here is Memphis VOR for 18 miles, 210-4 is what it's called. Is that ID on it. Anyway, that's what I go by right there for most of my local stuff. Now I just put it on the other screen down where all I see is the taskbar, and I got OBS on the other screen. And I'm ready to see if we can get this thing started. Well, like I'm sitting here, and we had sisters parking, but the guy that parked me, he got tired and went home. He ain't here no more, which I don't need him now. What I need is this guy right here to do his job. Now, I played this a minute just while ago, just check and see what he do. And I was too far to the left. He came to me after about 3 tries. He did get over to my plane. So I moved my plane over this side to see what he does. And I'm a little bit too close to the side. He may come in the middle of my plane. I'm a little too close to the edge of the tarmac, I think. From where he's sitting, looks like I need to be back just a little. But anyway, we'll ask him to push us back here in a minute. But let's get the plane running first, and let him push it back with it running. Let's see what we do. We get inside the plane, right there. Now I'm still setting up one of them books, so you know the plane's still showing. The first thing I need is push fuel in. I don't think this plane looks stupid like maybe it wouldn't. Like Flight Simulator would. I'm gonna turn these big buttons here on first, avionics and the power. And then we're gonna see if it'll start. Look at that. It ran. I wasn't sure it would. And I didn't do no priming either. Just cranked on its own. Alright, now we're gonna turn on a few lights. Let's see what we got here. We got the beacon. Let's see what the first one is. Fuel pump. Well, we done started. We don't need a fuel pump. Go to here. Landing lights. Taxi lights. We'll light the runway real good. Now we'll put the strobe on. What's this right here? We don't need that. It ain't that cold. Like I don't think today. Now we need to see if we get this thing pushed back. We'll do a quick run up. Now I do still have a brakes. Yesterday when I tried to hit smooth the brakes, a window popped up. But what it is, I got that window across the top of the screen. That KD SDK is a developer mode thing that they left on here that really we shouldn't left that on. We have to ignore it. It's not us, but it still leaves some things that happens like that. That's developer mode, but it also released my brakes. It did work a while ago, so now I should be able to. I don't want to move forward, I'm already too far forward. So let's see if we can get him to push us back. And I moved my. I didn't have any keys for this, so I set me a key. That should have told him to go to work. Look, he's moving. See, he's gonna come in the middle of my plane, I think. But if he hooks on and gets himself around front, that's alright. Come on, get me out of here. Push me back. Yes, I don't know if hook up don't look right. Come on, get right. Sometimes they don't want to push you back. I've learned that too. Like I said, I'm a little too close and he's coming in sideways. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it back off. He'll park it again. I'm gonna turn it back on. Sometimes he makes a little different angle at it. Well, ago I did it about 3 times and he hooked on, pushed me back. Alright, I told him to come on back in. Let's do it again. See, this time, maybe a little further forward, look like this time. Maybe he'll swing around in front of me. Come on now. Get around here and push me back. He's looking with a hookup point. Now, I could have got out and pushed it back myself, but now, this thing don't weigh nothing. Come on. Get me pushed back here. I don't think he's gonna push me back. And he won't push himself back automatically either. He should have done pushed me back and he hasn't done it. Mess around, turn around and run over him. So he's parking it now because I told him to quit. Come on, get back over and hook me up. A while ago he did that 3 times. He got right around in front of me and got right and right and pushed me back. It ain't that he can't do it from there, I don't think, but he's just... He's looking for the hookup point and he's missing it. The head. No, don't tell me. If he don't push me back, I'm gonna run over him here in about another minute or two. I'll get this plate started. I got something I need to be doing. I don't need to be doing this. I got something I need to be doing right now. Oh, he's around front a little bit this time. I believe he's gonna make it. I believe he might make it. He's looking good this time. Come on, turn around and get in there. He ain't looking bad at all this time. Right there, right there. Come on back in there. Come on. Come on, I believe he's gonna push me back. It's looking more like it did a while ago now. He's coming right around that front wheel. See, it take about 3 or 4 tries. He's still a trainee. He ain't drove a thing but 30 minutes. They showed you. Oh, look, he got me. Now I gotta tell him when to stop. Don't he'll push me off the other side of the runway down the lake somewhere. That's good enough. Get out of my way. Come on, move that thing. I'm gonna move my screen to right there. Alright, he's gone. That's good enough. I do have brakes on my joystick. Watch out, your head. Oh, I missed him. Oh, sure, I'm gonna skull cap him. Here we go. Now, let's get this thing underway. Took long to do that, we'll fly the flight. No, it's a long flight for this little plane here. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna take off from this end down here where I'm going now. I don't know which way the wind's blowing, I ain't gonna worry about it. Sort of still, it don't make much difference today, I think. I really don't know, I didn't check. But I'm gonna go down here, I got all this stuff turned off, I think I meant to have. So they don't worry me to death with what I'm supposed to be doing. I'll do what I want to do. I'm gonna drop a couple air flaps right now. I'll set all this. There we go. That's really enough. Don't need any. But I want a little. I don't mind taking off full flap, to be honest with you. You just have to be careful when you get up because you can stall out. But it will get up quick. It'll get up quicker, but don't get enough power, it'll stall out or try to climb too fast. And when you go to transition from flaps to no flaps, then you have a lift problem for just a little bit. You have to watch that and keep that trim in there. Alright, as my buddy say, give it some trim. If he heard me, he know who I'm talking about. Gotta do that trim. The runway playing along. We'll start right here at the end of this. So going to the end. Right there for now. Alright, let's set this thing up. I'm not gonna lock a brake. Maybe it won't crawl off. Inside the plane. And I'm gonna get myself back to here for now. I need to see this right here. Don't imagine it'll still be sitting yesterday. Nope, it ain't. And what I need here now is I need this right here down there. I'm gonna go to Dyersburg setting first. After I pass Dyersburg, then we'll go to Memphis. 1680 up. Same thing here. 16. I can't see, it's just a little bit too far away. 80 right there. I mean, make that an action. I'm gonna go ahead and set the bottom one now on 17, which is Memphis. 1750. That is ready to go when I get ready. Now go back up here to the top. Do the same thing. Memphis is 1750. Sit right there. We'll leave it. We'll change over when we get ready. Now, get back out here a little bit. We don't worry about the autopilot nothing until we get in there. Just want to set the radio stacks. Alright, here we go. Can we fly this thing down the runway without losing it? Come on, get back over. A little bit of torque there on me. Try to head to the right a little. Left. Should be flying enough to take off. In there. Climb here a few minutes. Set my trim a little bit. On the upward, that's down. Upward motion on the trim. Get it, come on, get it where it fly itself. Now I'm gonna take a layer of flaps off. Or one layer. Trim up a little bit again. Take the next layer of flaps off. Now we're clean. Trim, everything is clean. Well, we're gonna change the GPS here to nav. Now we're gonna fly the river for the most part, I think, which is over here somewhere. But I'm gonna set the radio up so I'll know when I pass Dyersburg. What have I got here? +9. I don't want to wait. About 5. That's good enough right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and set the altitude. Jeez, come on, there we go. Like 1,200 feet. We're alright for now. Now, I can set the heading bug right here. A little south out that way right there. Now I'm gonna turn that on. What did that say? Well, that's the wrong one, dummy. This one here's one I'm after. Eddie bug. Now the plane will fly what I tell it right here. Now I did get a little more altitude. I want to get about 2,500 at least. So let's take this up to about, I'm just going to climb about 500-foot lifts. It should climb it at what I told it. Now it's telling me it's 0. This here, 300. Altitude. Come on. Quit arguing with me. Let's go. There we go. Now we're clean, we're full throttle. We don't need to be full throttle, but we don't need to be in the yellow at speed. Even though I am in a pretty big hurry to get this done. We're gonna flow into the river now. Now what I want to do now, because I've already got this set, there's VOR is on. And this is gonna be, I want this set on east about, that's 90, about 80. And when it passes 80, when it passes that handle, change sides or do whatever it's going to do. Right there. Oh, that right there, when it's straight out to my side, when it's about 80 degrees from me, that handle will be straight up and down. And that tells me we're passing it. Now, I need to go, we'll go a little higher yet, so let's get another 500 feet. Up we go. If you climb too much, it wants to lose airspeed. You don't change the throttle much. I just climb a little at a time. You don't have to worry about doing too much losing. It's going to get up at 500 level off pretty quick. It's down to almost 80 now, 90. But that's alright for class speed without hurt. Flaps supposed to be clean. Let's check and see if they look clean. Yeah, they do. I took off without getting up over the nose again, but that's alright. Like I said, I'm waiting on this right here to pass. Once we pass this, I don't have this set on anything, but it's probably set on 0, which set on. I'm gonna set this on 352. If I can. This mouse wants to jump 2, not 3. Right there, what I want. Now, that I'm not gonna worry about till we get there. Along these other ones, I'm just gonna go ahead and change this one over right here to Memphis. See, I got Memphis signal already on that one, but it'd be a while before we need it. I want to get over here to the river. What I want to do. I've got this set up where I can fly outside the plane pretty good. So we're going. Which way we flying? South. Let's go west enough to get to the river. We also want to climb a little more, so let's get back inside and set off. I want at least 2,500 before it's over. A little more wouldn't hurt. Climb. That's what we climbed at 400, that's what I said it. Got a little extra throttle for climb. It levels off 100 feet too quick. Let's see what it does now. That's coming right up on 2,500. It's gonna go too high. Well, let me calibrate everything. All right, we calibrate. See, that hand changed that much. That's how much I sea level was off on my barometer thing. Now we got it. Now it's making its way back down. I'm gonna climb another 500. That's high as I'm going today, probably. Unless something comes up, I think I need to be higher. It shouldn't. Ain't nothing I heard I know of. Alright, where's the river at? Somebody steal the river on me? There's the lakes. We're not across Arkansas yet, so we're alright. Fly down the river. And keep an eye on the signal. Nav 2 ain't on this. We got Nav 1 set up. We ain't got Nav 2 on this, so we have to go inside and see Nav 2. Nav 2 is the middle needle on the side of the radio stack. Hands all the way to the right, and the other one's all the way to the left. Anyway, we got to stand that needle straight up as we pass Dyersburg. We should pass probably 10 miles, so we'll be over the river maybe by then. We're right now 21 miles out of Dyersburg, headed sort of toward it and away from it too. Slow the throttle back down just a little. Well, as long as it ain't yellow, I'm not worried about it. Let it go. Fuel's a little low. We didn't fuel up. We might run out of fuel. I could cheat and fill it up, but I didn't want to. I could stop at an airport. Well, which one? Because I couldn't remember where we died for an airport. See if I got any fuel. Well, how much fuel I need? It just don't take a lot for this little trip. I don't know how much I got. We can find out. Weights and bonuses. We got like 45% or 45. We got 12 gallons each tank. We might have enough. 45% of a full plane. We ought to have enough. It don't look like that much on my gauge down there. Not it don't. Well, maybe it does. Uh-oh. That went too far. I thought they would just take that off screen. It didn't. Here we go. Alright, got a little wind turbulence here. I see the plane beep bobbing up and down. Keep it calibrated out right. Now I've got that needle on the left over here at it's actually out leg from Memphis. I want it on the in leg, so let's go back in to the plane. Let's turn the lights on a little bit dark too. Oh, we got them on one. I wasn't going there too good. There we go, all the lights is off right. Now it's running better now. So it does happen. Well, we in the air. Turn them off. Turn them off. We don't need them. Now, leave all them lights on. You get there, it won't crank the battery down. I don't want this right here. What is this here for? I don't even want that? What is that? Alright, we're going. We ain't past. I'm gonna call fuel. Maybe it's good though. Whoa, what we got here? Oh, we're coming from the river now. Alright, now we can call the river. At 3,000 feet. On what I went inside for, I didn't do. Now let's do what I went inside for. I'm gonna relocate this to exactly 180 degrees from where it's at. I had a pin in my pocket there. Here it is. Just a minute. Three, 5, 2, 180, 2. Oh, you got some tracks still. It's over 180. 2, 7, 172. Where I gotta have it set on. It'll be 172. Now I already knew that. I just want to do it that way, make sure, or to go through the process. 2526. Right there, 272. Now this now is in instead of out. See, that little arrow there instead of going in. But I go, should have been saying out. Anyway, let's get down here to this river. Get this thing over there. Now I can cut down the river a little now. I ain't got to get no whole lot closer. I've got a button I can change my heading movement with. That's what I'm doing. We get down to about 1,200 feet or so. After we get down towards Memphis, we don't have a, if the light needle on the left lines up, we need to turn straight into it. Calculate it again. That's it. I said it wrong. I said on 2. I said it on 2 then. I knew it wasn't looking right around the thing. Will be 172, not 272. Well, that's what's wrong. I looked at the needle. This thing ain't pointing the right way. Something wrong. 172, right there. I knew the needle wrong by looking at it though. Should be right there. Yep, no, it moved a little. Oh, that much probably would be enough to hurt it right there. Now it should be right. Now we go back outside the plane. That looks a lot better far down on the left-hand corner. I still want to get over toward the river. Well, the river's coming over in front of us. Oh, we didn't fly down to it. And we are, let's see where we at. Back inside the plane, and we're right there, 16 miles. No, that's Memphis. We're 64 miles out of Memphis. We don't have one to Dyersburg. Dyersburg don't give a DME unless we switch over on the radio. This will give us DME to Dyersburg. 14 miles out of Dyersburg, and 64.3 miles out of Memphis, but you gotta take 18 off of that because we're gonna stop 18 miles before we get there. I hope. Plus, we gotta fly around a little bit, so that'll take a little longer too. Going down the river though. Going down the river without a paddle, that's where we're going. The S curve in that river. island out there. Back outside the plane. We'll keep a check on it. We should be getting pretty close to passing Dyersburg. We're going to pass at the river, which is probably quite a few miles from the BOR. BOR is downtown Dyersburg. It's not on the airport. I think it's on top of the water tower, to be honest with you, in Dyersburg. Anyway, I don't know for sure. But it's in a position, and the tires are the tallest thing around there. Now, go back here. We're still showing in, but our needle at the bottom is lining. See it? If that's moving toward the line, we're just about passing the airport. It is moving toward the center. When it gets straight up and down, we're even with the airport. Right about now, we're getting the airport right over our left wing. Won't be able to see it, but that's where it's at. I don't think we'll be able to see it. That's downtown anyway, it's not the airport. Little river out there. But anyway, it's right out in there somewhere, the VOR is, that little airport between here and there. I might see an airport, I don't know. I hope it's gonna feel good enough. I didn't think I pulled out, to be honest with you. All I was trying to do is get in there. I was at the destination, get in front of my preparation. So I guess I'll use an H instead of U. Like I said, it's pretty good ways to that cross line where we want to be in the edge of Arkansas. When we get to that line, we'll have more time to get lined and straightened out. It's not too far from the river inland, and we also want to come back down at that point. Could come on back down now, I guess. The wind's a little lifty out here. That must be a dike down there. That straight line, probably a dike. They've got dikes built in the river. Keep the channel pushed over the center. Keep the channel deep, but dikes make the water travel faster in the middle. Don't take as much dredging. I'm gonna lean toward Arkansas just a little bit. I could pick up Jonesboro if we go by, but let's see if I can find out what Jonesboro is. We don't need the other. It should be on here. Jonesboro low altitude. It may not come on the river. It might be a little closer. I'm not going to get that much closer. Where we at? Illinois. San Diego. There's a couple of airports I'm hanging on to. Alaska, Arkansas, Jonesboro right there. We got a low altitude of 108.60. We'll go down here to nav 2. We don't want to lose Memphis, so we'll change it over to, come on, there we go, Memphis. They're going to change this to weighs 60, I said, I believe. Oh, that was supposed to change positions then. I believe that's what I said right there. And we're almost even with it, so if it's gonna come on, it will. It don't. I think we're out of range of it. I don't think we'll ever get close enough. I'll verify that by looking back at oh, my page changed. Way over yonder. How'd I get way over there? I wrote my pages down while I was doing other stuff. I'm way below my book. Come on, get back up there. I thought I'd be in the book by now. There we go. I was still in the book. I was just over to the side too far. Look, it got slid over on my pages. There we go, right there, and I said it was, yep, 108.60, right? That's what I got. I guess that's right. And it ain't on, so we're out of range of it. I'm not gonna get that close to it. I'm not gonna get even away from the river. I just thought I'd check to see if it was on. No, we got nothing. I don't think I've got it in here. Drake, Peru, Texarkana. Texarkana's a good one, but it's way down south. Right in the edge of Arkansas and Texas, Louisiana. But I don't have Blyville on there. Blyville's got one, but it's low, but it'd be real close to the river though. I think it's got one, but I don't have it on my book, and I'm not gonna go look for it nowhere else. That's one thing about 2020, it don't have a lot of, unless you got a lot of peripheral stuff, you don't have a lot of information that you can get your hands on real quick. Now we do have a little map. But no, it ain't yet. Supposed to be a little map. I thought it was under him, but no, apparently it ain't. Alright, we just picked up Jonesboro, apparently. We're traveling down. We probably get more in line with it. Whatever it is that came on, it don't give a distance. Okay, then don't give a distance. But it's not that far. I thought it might come on. I wasn't sure. Well, I can tell you which direction it is. I can do that. The viewer it's on is about 2. Roughly 280. That's about right. About right. West by 10 degrees north from me. That's about right. And what it's saying, I've actually passed it a little. Now let's go back to what we were doing. That's good enough on that. I just want it's 280 degrees. That's 70, 80 right there. Yeah, and it's to my right. It should be about 20, 30 miles. The VOR won't be reach over 50, 55 miles. I don't think maybe 60, but so I got to be that close. I can put on the hood and it would tell me, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to mess the hood up. Now let's put this one back on 352 where I had it. Right there. And put this back where I had it. Well, it ain't where I have it, it's where I want it now. Right there now. Both of these are pointing to the same VOR right now. We've already passed Memphis, so it ain't gonna, Petersburg, so it ain't gonna matter. Now, back outside the plains, where we at? We're over the river. Where we're headed would be in Arkansas. That's what we want. And the needle on the left, where it lines, that is a direct shot into where we're going and into Memphis on radio 35. Right now I'm heading of 226, and I'm on turning on actually 172. What I'm gonna turn in on, and I could make the plane fly itself at that point. Probably will. Just switch over to heading blue and let it fly itself. Heading blue would have to be the same thing, or I could get nav and it fly itself too. Looks like the river swerved over a little more back on her. I'll come back toward Tennessee a couple of clicks, but I'll see right there. I want to stay to the Arkansas side of the river in front of me, way down yonder. Look around a little bit. I'll give 2020's got some good scenery now, but Google Maps where it is, I do believe. The map is on the cloud, it's not in your machine. They download just the part you're looking at, the rest of it's in the cloud. And that's how they operate this system. What time is it to be? It is 10:04. I need to be out of the house. I'm still looking at 30 minutes an hour on this flight, probably. Let's see where we had distance was. Let's go inside the plane, do that. We're 39.7 miles, almost 40 miles out from Memphis. We ain't moving straight toward it, so it's actually a little further than where we're going. I'm gonna recalibrate. Things alright. Coffee cup's about empty. I'm out to get me a cup of coffee. Done had breakfast. Got a cup of coffee and a glass of ice water. And like I said, I'm gonna get out here and go just run around here a little bit. Today is the 1st of September. 14 days till I turn a year. I turn to the year 75. Old man creeping around here like he's cracking and breaking, but he's here. Why am I at 3,100 feet? I thought I had 735. No, 3,000, okay. Actually, I should be at 3,000 till 31, shouldn't I? I told you sometimes it goes off 100 feet, though. It's up instead of down, but... go back and read that again. 31. I'm going to try to get to the 3,000 exactly. That should let me down there and level off. We can come down. We're still. Let's come down another 500. I don't want to wait too late to get down. This mouse down. Throttle back so it won't get so fast. Come on. That's a little too much, but get it in the green. be getting ready to level off. See where it's going to level off. What I have to do to adjust it, make it work right. See, I told it exactly 2,500. Where's it going to stop at? Rut roll. Where we at? Back right about 120. Not so again. We're leveled off and pretty well right on. It's coming back to it. It's gonna be right. Right there. Okay. I didn't hear the phone ring. She said, what I got set up today has called and verified I'm gonna make it. I'm not in a hurry. We got all day to get it done. As long as we get it done before everything closes. They get the sunshine a little bit. I've done some backhoe work just out here. A little damp this morning. Like it looked like it even come a shower. I don't believe it did, but it looked like it did. Last night, but a little damp. Dew's heavy. I done some little ground raking to do around where I done that work. Shoveling and raking and leveling up before I can get that mobile bird let it out. Just a minute. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had a little chore I had to do. Well, let's see where we at. My glasses don't work to see. Oh, it shows that I'm 20 miles out, but it looks like I have passed my mark, so I need to go back. While I was out, my plane got into position, passed my marker. That's alright. As long as I know it, everything's fine. It says go east to get to the marker. I'm gonna go northeast, so I won't get closer to the marker while I'm getting over to it. I don't want to get over to it and be too close. Only 18 miles. I'm only 20 miles now, so 2 miles is all we got. We need a little more than that to play with on the way in, so we're gonna go back south a little bit. I had to be gone a little longer than I meant to. Alright, I knew it was getting fairly close. We crossed the marker while I was gone. Let's go back north. We may not be across it very much either. Fuel low, it says. But we're not too far out now either. Oh, 10 miles or so probably altogether, maybe. Yeah. Nav right there. I turn the nav on when everything gets right. Or I'll turn the nav on and reset everything up. We need to come down some more. About 1,500 for now. That's where I want to be. Come on, that mouse that jumps. Right there. Good enough. Down, throttle back. She's doing a nosedive, ain't she? I believe she went down more than 400 feet per minute. Yeah, it did. I think nosedived its butt off. We're still in Arkansas, I think. I was out of the room. You might have crossed the river and I didn't know it. The Arkansas's on my right. Okay, the river's on my right. Yeah, we alright. Back inside and need to keep up with what I'm doing. Alright, give a throttle back. Up on 1,500. Come down a couple more in a minute. Down to about 1,200 probably. I don't want to lose my signal. I am now 21 miles, almost 22 miles out of Memphis. We should be getting back close to that arrow now. I'm pretty sure it didn't change over while I left the room. I can go toward the river just a little here, I think, without hurting anything. We've got 2 or 3 miles all it takes to get where we want over here. We're on about a heading of 303. I'll get it right in a minute. 030. Right along there. We're, like I say, 22.7 out of Memphis. We're trying to reline this radio we passed. It says end, but the end is me there. East is to the bar, and the bar is, and I'm going more. It also crosses the river, so east or north will get you there. North will get you there further down the line. I could get right here and see where we at though. Airport's 149 from me, which is right along there. Behind my wing, I'm moving away from the airport, but that's what I want to do. I'm moving away from both airports actually, but I'm trying to make sure I don't get too close. Don't want to cross that river till I'm ready. I'm moving way too fast. I don't have to move that fast. We get over this way a little more. Go 060. See what that does for us. We're more direct to the line, less distance away. Regulate my speed about 120. I can. Hard to refine it, stay one place. Anyway, right along there. 25.9 out now. We can cut in a little more, I think. Cut dead east to see what happens. The airport's behind us yet. That might be more than I actually want. But that's almost straight across the bar, so that should be good. Even that, you shouldn't be closing on Memphis much, if any. Memphis is moving behind me more. It is now at 140, 139, something like that. From me. And I'm still moving at about I'm moving 90. I'm watching that bar too. I think I just seen it move. In fact, I know it did. Come around a little more. The bar is active. It comes down about 2 more. 300 more. Right there. If we lose signal, we'll climb back up. We're 1200 pushing the signal out here. Alright, I'm going to tell it to fly itself. And it should turn into it, it is. And we can bring this around now to 173 right there. And that way, when we get around here, it's going to work itself into a line. Hopefully it'll work in quick enough to be, I may have to get back on the heading bug in order to force it over, because it might not try to line, because it's looking at Memphis, it ain't looking at what I'm looking at. We are 24 miles out, still moving pretty well across the bar. Well, not too bad. I still feel like I want to get over a little more though. Ain't bad there. Still moving. This is here, and I'm moving along. Ain't too bad. I'm moving along. That's a pretty good approach on it. Let's go back to the heading book and move it just a little further back yet. I don't want to get too close there before I get online. We'll go back as we get closer to the line. That way we'll force it to get over now instead of later. "22 miles out, 18 is 5 miles. As far as almost line. A few more minutes. I'm gonna call it good right there and put it back online now. Right there. Outside the plane where I can look around and find my airport. Now, it should be, there's one right there, but that's not it. So we're not that, plus ain't no lake, it's on a lake. We are 20.9, 3 point something miles. That's all we are though. So it should be getting pretty close. I'm going to go into a landing profile short field. I'm looking for an airport. I hope to find it. There's a lake right there, one on this side, no airport on them two. We're still 19, 1 mile. Should be right here. But that ain't a lake over it. It looks almost like it, but that's it right there. That's it right there, I do believe. Don't look like on a lake. That sure looks a lot like the airport I'm looking for. It's 1 mile. That's got to be awful close. All right, get back around and find it. Don't lose it. Come on, get back around and find it. Don't lose it. Right. Over a little more. I believe that's it. Too slow. That's the lake. Lake's green. Come on, touchdown. It's time to stop this thing. Oh yeah, this is it. Pretty sure we're on the money. That's a lake. It just looks green. It's a little blue. And this looks just like where I was at the last time I was here in this game. That building out back, I don't remember it. That's not a, yeah, it's a building down there. But this right here looks about the same. Let's fill this thing up with fuel. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill it plumb. Well, let's get about 3/4. That's probably all the fuel going on. Right there. Well, said 3/4, we like just about one, don't we? There. Alright, that's 3/4. Now see if we get pushed back out of here. We don't have nobody pushing back here. I think it'll push back on its own in these conditions. I'm gonna let that down. I hadn't raised my flaps up yet. I'm gonna tear them off on something out here. Let's see if we can back this thing out. That's what I like for the work right there anyway. It didn't do what I thought it turns, did it? Just stopped. What it tells me it probably don't have differential brakes. We're gonna park it right here in this corner right here. And I've got things I've got to do today. I say got to. I ain't got to, but I'm going to. Back up here, look at it again. That's more like what I want right there anyway. Right there, that's where we're gonna park it. Set the brakes. Little windows off. That's just extra. And inside the plane. Now yesterday when I turned it off, I could turn these off. I didn't use the landing lights or the taxi lights. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the power down. The engine won't quit at that. And we need to shut the engine off with the fuel, not with the key, actually. So it won't overload the fuel system before. I'll put that back on. Before it starts next. Die with a cylinder full of fuel. And outside the plane, that's it. That's another 2020 flight, and this time I got it named right in the dead plane file, I do believe. I named it before I started. Last time I turned it on hastily when I got ready to set the video, I realized it was still named last game on whatever. Special Ops. Vietnam Black Ops 2 is what it was named. Session 12, which was the last one. It's the one I just done. I didn't. It holds the last name. It don't drop it. And if you don't go in and change it, it'll name the next video with that. Don't like that, but the way it goes. Anyway, that's it. This Town Dog's gonna bye-bye. Catch y'all later. We'll fly another flight or do something. I don't know what yet. Just look, I don't mind flying in 2020 in this plane. I don't mind. It just makes the navigation a little hard because you can't find all your stuff. And they've removed VORs, which I like to use. They've removed them. In the real world, they've removed them, so removed them in the simulator. And then that makes it hard to fly if you used to use them all the time. I don't know why. Well, I know why. Maintenance. The expense of maintenance cutting costs. They don't use them no more, so they don't take them out. They use the GPS global system in order to keep it where you're at, and you don't need the VORs. Anyway, that's it. I'm gone.